Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Hedera hash graph. Before we jump into the price action, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below and also in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. Check it out, it is free to join. Okay, so we've actually come down nicely into the zone that we're talking about. When we were at the top here, we're saying that we were going to potentially be looking for a move to the downside here, deeper down into the support zone. So we've actually come into this zone. So we need to talk about some of the internal structures that are playing out here. But before we do that, I would just like to go over some of the sort of macro side of what we're looking at. So we need to be careful here. We can argue that this is a fifth wave completed into this low. However, the structure is not great for this move here. You'd have to argue it'd be some kind of a diagonal or something in there. But, it is also possible that this is just an A, a B, and potentially a C wave to the upside here. So if this is the case and this is a C wave high, what we could then get is another 5 wave move to the downside. And that would be looking to actually target out this zone of this 0.29779 to the 0.189 region. So if we do actually develop a 5 wave move down there, that would then potentially look to actually shift this fifth wave along into this location. This whole move here would be a fourth wave, and then we'd be looking for that fifth wave completion down into that zone. So we need to bear that in mind. So there's two ways we're looking at this move here. Alternatively, basically, like I said, this could be a C wave and then we break down, or alternatively, we complete here and we're looking for either this as an A, a B, and a C to the upside, or potentially a 1, 2, and a bigger third wave to the upside. So third wave would only come if we move past this 1955 up here. That would be off of this option. The other option is slightly different, and we're going to discuss them now. So within this, what I'm looking at within this one is this is looking at this structure slightly different. It's looking at this as an A, this is an A, B, and a C as a flat correction. So some of the key target areas for this would be the 0.618 at this 0.529 and the 0.496 would also be one measuring this slightly differently, which would be that 2.618 of A. Within this, what I'm currently looking at, we need to be aware that there's always possibilities that this wave is still extending to the downside here. And we don't have anything substantial enough to match with this wave too. So what I want to see here is a wave 4 develop that's a bit bigger here. It's got some substance to it to match up with this wave 2 here. And then what we'd want to see from that point would basically be the potential to have an additional 5 wave drop to the downside here, looking for this 0.528 to the 0.503 region. And that would be looking to potentially complete this C wave. So what the difference between these two is that if we do complete this as a flat correction into these lows here, potentially what we'd be looking for then would be coming up and taking this B wave high. If we fail to do so, this could then become an A, a B, and a C if we manage to hold the 0.356, or alternatively, if this pushes down deeper, this could become a 1, 2, and then that as a third wave. So we need to be aware. This target zone over here, this orange box, is not set in stone. Obviously, we don't have this additional fifth wave yet, so we don't have the exact target area. But if we do get this play out where we get a fourth and a fifth here, what we'd be looking for then is a 3 wave move, potentially into this zone around here, the 0.857 to the 0.717 region. So this would be a key little area that we would need, that we could get a rejection off of. So we'd have to be aware of any move up into that, and a 3 wave structure could mean further continuation to the downside. Okay, so now these two moves are pretty much the same internally that I'm looking at, and I'm going to come down here into the 1 hour. So currently what I'm looking at here is that this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 into there. And then we're looking for this additional fourth wave. So the typical fourth wave rejection area would be the 0.708 to this 0.615. I have included the lower range here just because the third wave is quite strong, but we've already come back into there. So I do think it's potentially going to come up a little bit higher, either to this 236 at the 615 or this 382 at this 0.665 region. If we do get something develop here, like a zigzag to the upside, potentially this 50% could be in play. But we're looking for something around this zone here of this previous fourth wave. So keep an eye on that area. I've got this channel here. Potentially we could see something like this as an A, a B. We come back into the channel here, test it, reject, and then get that fifth wave down. If we do, the zones that I'd be looking for would be potentially the 0528 to the 0530, depending on where we come up within this correction. If we do move down a little bit deeper here, the 0475 to the 0486 could be a region we look to actually retest. So actually, I just want to come back here onto the daily and just talk about some things. So we can see that we've actually managed to find support here on this area here, and we are managing to hold that for now. The thing is, I'm looking as well. If we zoom out a little bit here, you can see that this zone of the 0625 here was also previous support, and we've actually broken down through that. So that could tie in with that idea of having that fourth wave into this region and then breaking down for that continuation of that fifth. Obviously, we have found support above this area, so we have to be just mindful that if we do start to break to the upside here and move back above the zone of the 0789, it would invalidate this fifth wave to the downside. So this is just something that I'm keeping an eye out here. If we do actually move back into this zone, though, as a fourth wave and a three-wave structure, and then potentially break down, this could be quite an interesting area here. This zone here of this 0506 that would be towards this be kind of in between this 50% and the 618. 618 would be down here at the 0487, the higher range, and then the 0475 would be basically that golden pocket area. And then the lower end of this would be that 786. Once we start to lose that, it starts to become more likely that we're actually going to continue and break down. As soon as we lose that 786, the probability of this extending down becomes more likely. But we'll obviously have to see what the wave structures tell us. Okay, so let's get into this. So like I said, we're looking for that potential of that fourth and that fifth down. So the alternative way that we are looking at this structure was looking at this as potentially actually completing into this high point as a fifth wave and looking at this whole move up as a five-wave move. So if that's the case, like I said, this could be the end of that fourth wave, or alternatively, this could be a wave to the upside. So we need to just keep that in mind. The difference is if this completes to the upside here as an A wave like this with a five-wave move, unless we actually invalidate this by crossing this wave one high here, then if we do get a five-wave structure to the downside, it wouldn't make sense in this case unless this was either an a B, and a C to the downside. So that's what this blue ABC is looking at the potential of. And then basically, then we could look, if we maintain above the 0356, potentially we could look for continuation to the upside from there. However, we'd have to be careful that this doesn't become a 1, 2, and then we break down for that as a third wave. And then, we lose this 0356, lose the 786, and then, we start to break down much deeper. So with this move, basically, if we do complete a five-wave sequence to the downside here, potentially coming into that area of that 525 to that 50509 region, you know, we'd have to be careful how we move to the upside. If it's only in a three-wave move and we move up towards this 80857 to the 0717 region, potentially we could see continuation to the downside. And depending on how deep we come here, if we do have a five-wave structure, potentially if we do come and complete into this area, we come back up, say, into that 618 region, which would be lower, that would be there. That 1-to-1 would bring us down here to the 0408. So depending on how high we come here, that could change where this area is, and potentially we could still finish within this box area. It would just be looking to take a bit more time as a B, and a C. So we could look, like I said, we do have those bullish potentials to the upside, but we need to just be aware that we could actually look to continue to actually break down here. So I've got this marked as a third wave low here, and if that's fine for the time being, but it is also possible that we could get some further extension in here. And basically, if we don't form a substantial fourth wave here, we could still be within this third wave and it could be extending out where this becomes maybe within here we've got some further extension and potentially this third wave comes into this position. We get a fourth and a fifth. So it needs to be a bigger fourth wave to correspond with this one up here for it to be valid as this yellow circled fourth instead. Um, so we'll have to keep an eye on that to the downside. If we do continue to break down and we don't form anything substantial, then I would say that we're still within that third wave and we'd have to just wait for that more substantial fourth wave to form to get a better idea of where exactly we are within the sequence. Yeah, so that's what we would be looking for within there. There is also like the possibility of this. I just want to turn this off for 1 second. Uh, where is it there? This one. We can see that from this high point here, we've been on the smaller channel, we've been sort of contained. We've had a couple of breakthroughs, but for the most part, we have been sort of contained within this. And I'm just keeping an eye on this. We've already come back and retest this top. If we do actually continue to just move down inside the smaller channel here, it could be the fact that, like I said, we're still within that wave three, and this is actually potentially looking to maybe push down one more time before we get that bigger fourth wave. So just keep an eye on that. The first sign I'd want to see that we are forming that bigger fourth would be potentially looking to break out of this and then maybe retest it and then move sideways into this other channel and then look for that breakdown from there. Okay. So I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. As well as that, you'll find affiliate links for both PrimeXBT and BYBIT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out if you don't have an account. Using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care out there.